Hello and welcome. This is a Centrex Software demo video on loan servicing software within the Centrex system. Let's go ahead and get started. On the front end of Centrex Software, we have great loan origination software, or LOS, where you can communicate with clients, emails, text messages, you have all your notes, document management, any e-marketing, events, or tasks. So a lot of great LOS stuff on the front end. However, as it relates to loan servicing, if we jump into one of the loans that we have on file for a contact in the Centrex platform, you're going to have a tab over here on the far left called Offers. Now, Offers is where the loan calculator resides, which is our native integration with time value software. Okay, so you've got multiple offer technology where you could present a borrower multiple offers. I can see which lender is this offer. If you are the lender, you would choose yourself here. And then you've got your calculator. So you've got annual interest rate, compound frequency, you've got your rate method, you've got your interest computation method, and then your calculation method is normal, or if there's points and fees cooked in, we can add points and fees as well. Okay, and then once you click on calculate, you'll see all these different loan scenarios here, these loan events pushed into an amortization schedule. Okay, so here's the amortization schedule. I can go ahead and then also click on the chart. And as I roll my mouse over this chart, you'll see the P&I balance change on the far right. And then you've also got commissions for anyone who's assigned to this loan as well. Okay, so under financial events, you have that calculator, you have those event options, and then like I said, calculate, and it produces that amortization schedule. If this borrower accepts this offer, you can go ahead and accept this offer, and this offer will then be turned into what you will be servicing in the software platform. Okay, so if I come up to the Master's Loans tab, I leave this page. Here is your custom pipeline management for your overall loans page. If I come to this pipeline here and I jump into one of these loans, once this particular loan has been funded, you'll be able to see here the loan amount, the payment, the interest rate, the loan balance, and something we call fee balance. What you'll also see down here on the bottom is something called repayment info. So under repayment info, we have the ACH processing gateway that you'll be using with Centrex Software, both the gateway and the processing account. And then we have the bank account on file for this particular borrower. Okay, I can always add a new bank account on file. We have a library for routing number, so that bank will pop up as you put in that routing number, and then you can add this account. So there can be multiple bank accounts on file here, and then you always must have a default, and you can add multiple bank accounts at any time. Okay, once that's done, you're going to have payments, and under the payments page, this is where you're going to see all the transactions for servicing this particular loan. Okay, the first thing you can do here in the top right is you can turn on auto pay. Okay, and auto pay will automatically send the transaction to the processor on that monthly reoccurring date that is in the amortization schedule. Okay, we've got something here called add payment. So I can click on add payment in the software. I can add ACH client debit or ACH client credit. I can do payment type. Is it additional payment, principal and interest? Is it extra payment, principal only? Or is it a fee payment? If it's a fee payment, I can choose the type of fee, and then I can choose what I want to do with it here. Okay, if it's your normal payment, I can put a payment date, an amount, and a memo, and I can click on add payment, and you will see that payment show up right here in the open status in the ledger. You've got something called get a payoff quote. So I can get payoff quote. That's going to go ahead and ping T-value. It's going to separate how much of principal, how much is interest, and give you a gross payoff number. If there's any fees associated to it, I can actually check the box to add fees for this transaction, and I can create that one-time balloon payment. Okay, I can also choose a date in the future to see what a payoff balance would be. And if I choose a date in the future and click on get balance, it'll automatically adjust these numbers so you can see what that payoff quote is. Okay, we've also got something here called fee balance. Okay, what you have the ability to do on our platform with loan servicing is essentially associate fees to a balance. So if you don't want to charge client fees in real time or in that calendar month, you can essentially associate a balance. In settings, you can put a fee balance cap and then minimum payment monthly once that cap has been reached, and you can see the entire ledger of all your fees. Okay, so at the top here, you've got that fee balance as well, so you can see how much is in that particular balance. Okay, so this is where you will essentially manage all the transactions for this particular loan. Okay, over on the far right, you've got loan status history, history log, create a note, send an email, log a call, schedule a calendar event, create a task, or send a text message to this borrower as well. Okay, and you can always change the status here of this particular loan. Here are the stages. Here are your statuses within those stages, and you can change the status of that loan. You can also come in here and lock and unlock loan as well for security purposes if you don't want other team members making any changes to this particular loan. Okay, now if we go into Admin tab and then go under Settings and we click on Loan Settings, what you'll be able to see here is your fee settings. So here are all your custom fees. You can always add a new custom fee, give it a name, and then a default amount. You've got NSF fees. How much is the NSF fee? Here's some NSF fee behavior options here. You've got NSF fee subtype and then NSF fee delay. I can choose how many days after that NSF I want to charge to the account balance or to the fee balance or produce a transaction. Okay, you've got late fees. How are we going to handle late fees? What's the amount? Days after a processing date. What is the late fee behavior? Late fee transaction subtype and late fee delay. Okay, and then you've got fee balance settings. Okay, so what is my fee balance max? What is the minimum amount that must be paid once I hit that fee balance max? And there's some settings in here for you for fees. Okay, if I come here to the far left and click on in repayment, you've got something called P&I balance. Do cleared or pending transactions bring down the P&I balance? You've got your payment subtypes here. How do you want to handle partial payments if they come in? What do you want to attack first, second, third? And then you've got some transaction rules. Are you pulling consumer debits? Are you pulling commercial debits? And do you want to automatically turn off ACH drafting if certain R codes are hit? Okay, so some basic settings in here for loan servicing so you can manage your entire loan portfolio. Loan transactions will also show up in the accounting tab. So you can come in here and run different types of accounting reports, and you can see all of those loan transactions on those accounting reports, and you can enable grouping, and you can also customize and export these reports any which way you wish. This is a Centrex Software demo on loan servicing software within the Centrex Software platform.